Are you thinking about moving to Columbus, Ohio, but you have never lived somewhere that regularly gets snow and has cold weather in the winter? You're in luck, because this Florida boy is going to share with you 18 tips for surviving winter in Columbus, Ohio. Why is there 18 tips? Because that's how many I thought of. Hey everyone, I'm David DeLuey, your Columbus, Ohio real estate agent. If you want to know everything about living in Columbus, Ohio, moving to Columbus, Ohio, or relocating to Columbus, Ohio, make sure to subscribe and tap the bell so you can be the first to know what is happening right now in the Columbus, Ohio real estate market. Before you get too scared by me saying survive, the winter in Columbus isn't honestly all that bad. It's going to be comparable in temperature to most major cities like Chicago, New York, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., Boston, Denver, or Salt Lake City. While in regards to snow, Columbus averages 28 inches per year. In comparison, Philadelphia gets 23 inches, New York City gets 30 inches, Detroit gets 45 inches, Boston and Denver get 49 inches, Minneapolis gets 51 inches, Salt Lake City gets 52 inches, Cleveland gets 64 inches, and Buffalo, New York gets a whopping 95 inches of snow per year. When you move to Columbus, Ohio, you'll be joining more than 100 million other Americans who live in states that have a winter comparable or worse than Columbus. If you're ready, here are the warm climate residents' 18 tips for surviving the winter in Columbus, Ohio. Tip number 1, park your cars in the garage. This alone will help you a ton. First, you won't get wet or cold going outside to get into your car. If you have kids that you have to get buckled into their car seats, you can just imagine the frustration of feeling cold and wanting to get into the car while you try to wrestle little Johnny or Susie into their car seat. Second, when it snows, you won't have to worry about cleaning the snow off of your car before you leave the house, which will save you a lot of time and hassle. Tip number 2, try to pick a home with a driveway that gets direct sunlight during the day. Now there might be other reasons to pick a home that faces various directions due to the natural light that you can get in certain rooms. But if you have a home that faces south, or at least a driveway that isn't completely in the shade, the sun will do some of the work of removing snow and ice from your driveway for you. I've witnessed this so many times, where a home that is facing south has a clear driveway, and a home that is facing north has a driveway completely covered in snow and ice. Tip number 3, if you have to park in the driveway, back your car in. This way, if it's covered in snow or ice, you can focus on getting your windshield cleared off, rather than having to clear off your back window just so you can see to get out of your driveway. Obviously, it's a good idea to be able to see out your back window too, but if you're in a hurry, it saves time if you only have to clear off some of your windows instead of all of them. Tip number 4, lift your windshield wipers off of the windshield before a snow or ice storm. This reduces the chance of the wipers getting frozen in place and makes the process of cleaning off your windshield easier. Tip number 5, when you go outside to clean snow off of your car, go ahead and turn it on and start defrosting your windows before you start. This way, the defroster will help melt the snow and ice as you work to remove it. And if you wait to clean the windows for a few minutes while you clear the snow off the rest of your car, it makes it even easier. Tip number 6, if you plan to park outside, get a snow brush with an extendable handle. This way, you can more easily reach the middle of your vehicle, especially on the roof of an SUV or minivan. Tip number 7, drive cautiously. Hopefully this is a no-brainer, but you shouldn't drive as fast on roads when there is snow or ice on them. Growing up in Florida, I didn't have many opportunities to drive in winter weather. Okay, I didn't have any, but I learned by driving in the snow in Virginia, Canada, and now Ohio that you can still drive safely even when the road is covered in snow. Make sure you slow down gradually and turn intentionally. Think of it as though you're trying to drive while a passenger is holding a full cup of coffee that will spill on them if you make any sudden moves. Tip number 8, ice is no joke. I've seen enough videos of passenger vehicles and semi-trucks sliding around on ice that I know that I don't want to drive on it. If there are warnings about ice on the roads, you should avoid driving unless you absolutely have to. Tip number 9, get the stuff you need before it snows. Think of a snowstorm as a vacation that is coming up, and make sure that you have the groceries that you need before it starts. If you're coming from an area that gets hurricanes, thankfully I haven't seen groceries get completely sold out like they do when a hurricane is on the way. I definitely recommend not forcing yourself to go out when roads might not have been plowed yet, unless it is an actual emergency. Tip number 10, get things delivered. If you still aren't sure of your ability to drive safely in winter weather, you can always sign up for a service like Shipt or Instacart, where someone will shop for groceries and necessities that you need and then deliver them to your home. Some stores like Meijer and Target also offer their own version of these shopping and delivery services where you don't need to have a membership. I would highly encourage you to tip your shopper though. After all, if the weather was so bad that you didn't want to drive, that means that someone else drove their own vehicle in that weather to get to the store, shopped for you, then drove to your home to deliver your order to you. Finally, be patient with your shopper. The road that you can normally go 45 miles per hour on might only be safe to drive 15 miles per hour. They might not be able to see the sides of the roads, and stores might be out of many of the items that you requested. Tip number 11, dress in layers. I know your mom probably told you to do this, but it's worth the reminder. Just because it's below freezing outside, if you're going to be inside somewhere for a while, it probably won't be freezing inside. Tip number 12, jackets and car seats. While I'm no safety expert, car seats aren't meant for securing your child while they are wearing a massive winter coat. Take the coat off your little one before you buckle them up so they can be safely secured in their car seat. This is another great reason for having the main family vehicle in the garage so that it's easier to get into the car without putting a big jacket on first. Tip number 13, get some ice melt before it snows. As thorough as you might desire to be in shoveling snow from your driveway, sidewalk, or entries into your home, there is likely going to be some stubborn areas that you can't get cleared or where melting snow refreezes overnight. Ice melt is handy for helping melt pesky patches of ice, but just be aware that depending on what kind you buy, it might be colored. So just be aware of that before you wear shoes into your house that have walked on the ice melt. Tip number 14, have some fun in the snow. Build a snowman, have a snowball fight, make some hot chocolate, go sledding, or take up skiing or snowboarding. Definitely dress warm and be careful when you are outside not to slip and fall on ice. Not only is it not fun to fall, but you could seriously get hurt. Tip number 15, snow shoveling. Not all snow shovels are created equal. I've actually not liked most snow shovels that I've bought. While you might think that bigger is better with snow shovels, I think I actually disagree. I've had bad luck with shovels that have a metal strip on the blade of the shovel because they end up getting stuck on the driveway. When I turn it upside down to try to scrape ice, they curve up in the middle like a frown, so they don't get all of the snow when trying to use it as a shovel. If you've got back issues, I definitely recommend that you don't shovel snow. Even without back issues, you can end up in a ton of pain for days after shoveling snow. Either get a snow blower, have your kid do the shoveling, or hire someone else to remove the snow for you. Tip number 16, get lotion. Yes, you're probably going to need lotion, especially for your hands in the winter. Tip number 17, weather stripping. You might want to invest a little bit of money into weather stripping around your doors or windows if you notice you have a draft. Unless, of course, you like the idea of cold air blowing at you while you're inside. The side bonus of this is it will help lower the cost of heating your home. Finally, tip number 18, get on a balanced payment plan for your utilities. Most homes here aren't going to use electric heat anyway, but signing up for the power company's average monthly payment plan allows you to have bills that are pretty similar throughout the year, so you don't face higher bills in the peak summer or winter months. Well, there you have it. Those are my warm climate residents' 18 tips for surviving winter in Columbus, Ohio. If you have any questions about winter in Columbus, Ohio, living in Columbus, Ohio, or anything related to real estate, feel free to comment below, or you can contact me by phone, text, or email. Whether you want to look at a home today or in a few months from now, I'd be happy to help make your move to Columbus, Ohio as stress-free as possible. Until next time, I hope to see you around.